Have you ever stopped to think that the greatest enemy of your life doesn't live outside of you? It's not the boss who underestimates you. It's not the friend who doubted you. It's not the family that never believed. The greatest enemy of your story has your face, uses your voice, and sleeps in your bed every single night. And as long as you keep running from it, no achievement will last, no success will feel like enough, and no change will be permanent. Stay until the end of this video because what you're about to hear might be the turning point of your life. And if this content hits deep, subscribe to the channel right now. We don't make shallow content here. We make content that changes trajectories. There is a war happening inside you right now, a silent war. Nobody sees it. Nobody cheers for it. Nobody is live streaming it. It's the war between who you are today and who you know you could be. Between the person who hits snooze and the person who promised to wake up early. Between the version that surrenders to comfort and the version that chooses growth. And here is the truth that few people have the courage to face. You won't win this war on the days you feel motivated. You will win it exactly on the days you don't. Motivation is a beautiful lie. It shows up on Monday mornings full of energy when you watch an inspiring video, when you start a new project with the excitement of someone who finally found their life's purpose. And then it disappears. It vanishes when real difficulty arrives. It fades when life presents the bill. It evaporates when results take time and you're alone, without an audience, without applause, without anyone to tell you you're on the right path. It's precisely in that moment, in that uncomfortable void, where motivation is gone and all that remains is you and your choice, that your character is formed, not before, right there. The ancient Greek philosophers already knew this. Epicurus said that the great madness of human beings is to always be beginning to live, always next month, always next Monday, always next New Year. And while you postpone the beginning, life passes by. While you wait to feel ready, other imperfect and frightened people are out there making things happen. The difference between them and you is not talent, not luck. It is the decision to act before you're ready. It is the courage to plant the tree today, knowing that the shade will take years to appear, but it will appear. And when it does, you'll understand every single day you planted without seeing results. Let me ask you an honest question. How many promises have you broken to yourself this week? Not to others, to yourself, the gym you didn't go to, the project you didn't start, the book that's been on your nightstand for months, the difficult conversation you postponed. Every broken promise you make to yourself deposits a seed of distrust in your subconscious. A small seed, almost imperceptible, but it grows. And one day you look in the mirror and realize you don't trust yourself anymore. You don't believe your own words anymore. And then you understand why it becomes hard to dream big, because somewhere inside you already knows you won't follow through on what you promised. But here is the good news. The same logic works in reverse. Every promise kept to yourself deposits a seed of self-confidence, a seed of self-respect, a seed of identity. And when you start accumulating small, silent victories, victories that no one sees, victories that happen at 3 a.m. when you choose to work instead of giving up, something shifts inside you. Your posture changes. Your voice changes. The way you walk into a room changes, not because the world changed, but because you changed the relationship you have with yourself. Self-discipline is not punishment. That is the biggest misunderstanding about it. Most people see discipline as a prison, a straitjacket, a joyless life, but the freest people alive are the most disciplined. Because discipline doesn't steal your freedom. The lack of it does. When you have no discipline, you are a slave to your mood, a slave to your fear, a slave to other people's opinions, a slave to your own impulses. Discipline is what sets you free from all of that. It's what gives you the power to say, today I don't feel like it, but I'm doing it anyway. And that power, That simple and brutal power is what separates the people who achieve from the people who only dream. Now let me talk about something almost no one has the courage to admit. Self-sabotage. That voice that says it won't work before you even try. That strange sense of comfort when you abandon a project halfway through. That tendency to create problems right when things are starting to come together. Self-sabotage is not weakness. It's protection. It's your subconscious trying to shield you from the pain of failure, of humiliation, of rejection. But the price of that protection is your evolution. It's your greatness. It's the life you could have lived but didn't because you were too afraid to try. And the cruelest part of all this is that self-sabotage rarely shows up as obvious laziness. It shows up as perfectionism. You don't start because it isn't perfect yet. It shows up as endless research. You spend months studying without ever acting. It shows up as waiting for the right moment, and the right moment never comes. It's sophisticated, it has good excuses, it seems reasonable, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. The first weapon against self-sabotage is awareness, naming what is happening, looking at the pattern and saying out loud, "This is me sabotaging myself again. This is not reality. This is not truth. This is fear, trying to keep me safe in a place I've already outgrown." Because here is something you need to understand about yourself. You have grown. You are no longer the same person who accumulated all these limiting beliefs. You survived things you thought would destroy you. You are here. And the fact that you are here, watching this, seeking growth, already says everything about who you are choosing to become. There is a truth I carry with me. The difficulties you are facing right now are temporary, but the character and strength you build from them are permanent. Think about that. What you are going through right now, this hard phase, this struggle, this uncertainty, it will pass. Everything passes. But what you become in the process does not pass. It stays. It's engraved in who you are. It's registered in the muscle of your resilience. And one day, looking back, you will understand that the worst phases of your life were the ones that shaped you most into who you needed to be. There is no safe path. That is an illusion that is sold to us, and we buy without question. There is no safe job. There is no guaranteed relationship. There is no riskless investment. There is no life without loss. What exists is the choice of which risk you want to take. You can choose the risk of growth, which is painful, uncertain, and frightening. Or you can choose the risk of stagnation, which is comfortable in the short term and devastating in the long term. But risk, there will always be risk. And you are stronger than you think to face it. You were created unique. There is no one with your DNA, with your combination of experiences, with your way of seeing the world. This is not a pretty speech. It's biology. It's fact. And if you are unique, then what you have to offer the world is also unique. But that contribution will only exist if you have the courage to cultivate what is specifically yours, what differentiates you, what makes you strange to some and inspiring to others. Don't try to fit into a mold that was never made for you. The discomfort of being different is infinitely smaller than the pain of being a poor copy of someone you are not. When your friends start saying you've changed, remember, they don't know how to say you've grown. When family doesn't understand your choices, remember, they're seeing you through the mirror of the past, not through the mirror of who you're becoming. When you feel alone on this journey, remember, growth happens in the shadows, far from applause, far from cameras, in the hours when no one is watching. And that is precisely why when the light finally finds you, people will wonder how you did it. But you will know. Because you were there at 3 in the morning when everyone else had given up and you kept going. The present moment is all you have. Not the past you cannot change, not the future you cannot control. It's this moment, this choice right now, this action right now, this thought right now. And all that life asks of you is that you make the best possible choice in this exact instant. Not for your whole life at once, Not for the next 10 years, just now, just this moment, and then the next, and then the one after that. This is how an extraordinary life is built, one moment at a time, one choice at a time, one kept promise at a time. Responsibility is the word that changes everything, not guilt, responsibility. Guilt looks backward and paralyzes. Responsibility looks forward and acts. When you stop blaming your circumstances, other people, the past, and start asking, what can I do right now? Something powerful happens. You reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of your story and start being its author. And that transition from victim to author is the most transformative act a human being can make at any point in their life. Life has given you a rare and finite gift, time. And every day you decide how you're going to spend it, in small decisions, in silent choices, in actions no one sees, but which added together form the mosaic of who you are. Don't wait for perfect motivation. Don't wait for the ideal scenario. Don't wait for permission. Take a step, one small, uncertain, imperfect step, and then one more. Because it is in the sum of these steps that your story is written, and when you look back, you will want to have written a story that was worth living. You are the hero of this journey, not the sidekick, not the victim, the hero. And heroes don't wait for perfect conditions. Heroes build the path while walking it. Heroes fall, get up, and keep going. Heroes are afraid and act anyway. You have everything you need to be that person. The question is not whether you have the ability. The question is whether you will choose to use it. And if this content moved you, if you felt like these words were written for you, subscribe to the channel right now. Because in the next video, we're going to talk about how to turn your greatest fears into your greatest strengths. And you do not want to miss that. Hit the notification bell, share this with someone who needs to hear it today, and remember, the most important battle of your life starts right now, inside of you. Go get it.